Hello YouTubers, welcome back to the Man Cave Chronicles. Today we're going to be working on the 2019 F150 again. The lower and leveling kit that will not end. I have to say the ride quality and that stuff of the Max Track system has been great. Don't get me wrong, this thing did not live up to the expectations that I had, which was what they advertised that it was supposed to do. But from what I've been hearing from other people who's commented and contacted me about it, it's still not as bad as some of the other stuff that's on the market. I do like the fact of the drop spindle. I've always liked that method of lowering because it keeps the rest of the steering geometry and stuff intact, which I've gone over this in the previous videos. If you haven't watched any of those videos, please do. It'll just bring you up to date on what I'm talking about. I mean, it's not very entertaining, but it'll get you there. Anyway, so what we're doing today is my truck, still after a year of driving on this thing, I've checked the alignment on it a couple times. We've loosened up all the suspension, settled it back out, because that was one of the contentions that, well, maybe the suspension was tightened up at droop. It was not when I did the alignment on it originally. I've done it a couple more times. I'm still 1.5 inches higher in the front than I am in the back. I'll have to go grab the spec sheet, but this truck I didn't get 2 inches of drop in the front. And if you watch the other two videos, you know that I had to put a lift shackle basically on the back to get the back to come up, because it was way lower than the front. So today what we're doing is we have a set of Belltech struts. These here we're going to put on. These are adjustable. We'll open it up, show you what's in the box, but it's got a sheet that tells you how to adjust it, where what shims to put in to get it what we want. Like I said, it's like 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches higher in the front. I'm going to shoot for 2 inches of drop in the front, which in theory is just going to change the steering angle, what 1.5 inches or 2 inch drop spring that you get from Ford or whatever on. So it shouldn't throw a whole lot of stuff out of whack, because all the other stuff is still pretty much factory geometry as far as control arms and all those goodies. So yeah, we're going to do that. At the same time, I have a spring compressor kit here we're going to try. I picked it up off of, that famous place that doesn't give you prime service anymore, even though you pay for it. But I've got it. We'll go over that here in just a second. Hopefully it'll work. I mean, I'm going to let you know. Truck springs, especially four-wheel drive springs, are a little bit stiffer than most of your car springs, so this is going to be a good test. If it looks like it's going to be dangerous, we're going to abandon the project and wait and pull the struts off and carry them somewhere and get them done. But we're going to try this to start with. Alright, we'll do a quick little unboxing here. First, let's do the spring kit. Let's do the spring compressor. Excuse all the other junk on the bench. This is all stuff for the 51's on the lift here behind us. Alright, so this is supposed to be a heavy duty strut. It says right there, heavy duty strut. This is a pretty nice looking little setup, so we're going to find out. It's got a piece in here to lock this thing down. We've got room to obviously extend this thing out to get as much reach on it as we can get. I haven't even played with this thing yet, to be honest with you. We've got some adjustability here to get our angle and everything right on the spring. It looks good, so we're going to see. And it's also got a little safety bar here, so once you get this set up on your spring, you attach this piece here in, obviously at this little point here, and it keeps it from spreading out and shifting around. Shifting around the spring. So I think this right here is going to work out well. All right, moving on. Here's our struts. Got an instruction sheet. All right, we have an instruction sheet here. Tells you what size wrenches, sockets you're going to need. Belltech's got some good stuff, so we'll read through that in a minute. Comes with new bolts to mount the strut up, I guess. Let's see. All right, so here's what we got strut-wise. Comes with a different pup stop. It's got different size shims here, and these things are made to be adjustable on two-wheel drives and four-wheel drives. I think it's, let's see here, let's look at sheet. Spec sheet tells us it will lift on a two-wheel drive. You can lift up to 1 inch. On a four-wheel drive, it says OEM height. Yeah, I don't know why. It's just that's what it says. That doesn't make any sense. But anyway, but it tells you how many shims of what size. So the 16 millimeter shims. If we want to go 2 inches low, we would run 2 of the thicker shims on it to get us at 2 inches lower. They don't recommend anything any lower than that. Anyway, that's basically all that's in the kit. You know, nothing else in the box. That's all that's there. So, all right, we'll move on to the truck. Okay, the truck's back on the ground. I checked my measurements. I'm happy to say that there is about an inch, about an inch and a half difference from the front to the back, with the front being lower now. But all in all, it was simple to install. I liked it. If you're looking at just doing an inch and a half, maybe, you know, something like that, just to get a little bit better stance out of it, those Belltech struts are the way to go. I'm happy with it now. We'll ride it, let it settle out, take it, get a good alignment done on it. We'll double check our measurements. I may even have to go back and put the other shackles back in the back and lower the back of it some. But that won't happen until I do something a little different, because we do start running into some clearance issues, especially if you start hauling and towing stuff and putting very much weight in the back. I like the stance right now from the way I see it sitting in the shop anyway. We'll find out when I back it out. So let's back it out and let's take a look at it. All right, here we go. This is the wheel and tire combination I chose for it. I went with 22 Voxes. I don't remember the exact style, but these are the ones that are tinted. It actually is has a brushed aluminum underneath the black. In the sunlight, they look kind of goldish, brownish color. Then they look, you know, just, they shine. You can see the polished or the brushed aluminum behind it. I mean, the things look really good. But the stance of the truck, I like it. I mean, before, you know, the front was about an inch and a half higher than what we are now. And the back, you know, the back, if I was just going to be driving it and not hauling, the back could stand to come down a touch. But, you know, like I said, I honestly, I really digging the stance of the truck now. I wish it would have came out like this the first time. Drop some comments below. Let me know what you think about the content. Let me know what you think about the truck. You know, would you like to see some more stuff done to it? We'll see what we can do. We actually have, you know, the 51 Chevy up on the lift. That's what I want to start working on next. I'm actually bringing in my lathe. Got another little surprise coming. That's going to be kind of neat to see at the shop. So drop some comments. Let me know what you think. I can say that I can't be more happy with the way things have turned out this time around. I really like it. Finally, the truck's the way I want it. Again, let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe. If you haven't seen our other two videos from when we did the Max Track Lowering Kit, check those out. And look at our other stuff. Let me know what you think. Y'all have a blessed day.